Jay-Z is back in the headlines because a judge has approved his alleged son Rymir's request to move forward with a paternity case against him. The court has now ordered Jay-Z to officially respond to the filing by July 18th. Guess who's been stirring up the drama? Yep, 50 Cent. Honestly, it's no shock that he's the one spreading this tea. But he's not alone this time. Nicki Minaj has also jumped in. She reposted 50's post on X and commented, "Is this why he was trending the other day? Ick. To God be the glory." There's even more drama. Allegedly, Beyoncé is trying to block the case from going forward, just like Rymir's godmother claimed some time ago.
Beyonce thing came when a friend of mine who knew her, somebody in her camp, and she said something, supposedly, this is all hearsay, about regarding saying Rymir needs to go away little boy, something to that effect. There was something out there with the song they made. And then next thing I know, somebody was at my property. Somebody came to my property in the evening time and had a conversation about trying to get in through the back door.
But here's where things get even more interesting. Reports are now claiming that the judge agreed to move the case forward because Jay-Z is allegedly involved in covering up a shady and immoral transportation scheme, one that reportedly resulted in him fathering Rymir. Some people believe that Jay-Z has been avoiding the paternity test because deep down, he knows he's the father. And here's something I've noticed. Jay-Z never hesitates to take legal action when he's falsely accused. Remember how fast he cleared his name when people linked him and Diddy to a disturbing situation involving a 13-year-old? Yet now, he's completely silent and refusing to face Rymir in court. That silence has a lot of people talking. Now, according to sources, Jay-Z and his team have been working overtime behind the scenes to keep Rymir's case buried. But it looks like Rymir might finally get the DNA test he's been asking for, because, like I said, the judge has officially allowed the case to move forward. I got my hands on court documents, and here's what the judge said. For the foregoing reasons, the court grants the ex parte application and orders that the defendant's deadline to respond to the plaintiff's complaint be extended to July 18, 2025. It is so ordered. The case was filed under Lily Coley versus Sean Corey Carter. And yes, that's Jay-Z's legal name. Now let's talk about what Rymir has been saying for years. According to him, his mother Wanda hooked up with Jay-Z back in 1992 at his aunt's apartment in Brooklyn, New York. Jay-Z had allegedly picked her up from Philadelphia. Wanda said they used protection, but it failed and she got pregnant. Jay-Z visited her once 2 weeks later, and then disappeared. She never saw him again and had no way to contact him. Rymir says he was about 8 years old when his mother first told him she believed Jay-Z was his father. At the time, her boyfriend Robert Graves was listed on Rymir's birth certificate. But in 2011, Robert was legally removed after a DNA test proved he wasn't the father. Wanda told Rymir she had only been with 2 men, Robert and Jay-Z. And if Robert wasn't the dad, well, that left one obvious option, and here's where it gets more serious. Jay-Z reportedly refuses to take the paternity test because when the alleged encounter happened, Wanda was only 16, and Jay-Z was 22. That would mean he committed a crime by sleeping with a minor. Wanda's godmother even said she once received a call from Jay-Z's in-house lawyer. They seemed open to resolving things privately, even discussing the possibility of signing Rymir, who's musically talented, to Jay-Z's label. But when it was clear he had to finish school first, she said no. Then, suddenly, new lawyers got involved and everything changed. She said, "I think they realized there was more at stake for Sean, given that Wanda was not of age." And here's the wildest part. If Jay-Z is proven to be the father, that would also mean he took a minor, Wanda, across state lines from Philadelphia to Brooklyn for sex. That could open up an entirely new legal case. Back then, Wanda did try to hold Jay-Z accountable. She even filed a civil lawsuit for child support. But that case was dismissed because it was filed in the wrong state and never refiled. Jay-Z's lawyers argued he wasn't an interested party in Rymir's custody, so Wanda had no legal standing to continue. That's when Rymir decided to take the fight into his own hands. And according to him, he's been battling a system that Jay-Z is allegedly influencing by paying off lawyers and judges to keep the case from ever seeing the light of day.
You got these lawyers that just frauding and pit anything they want basically in the courtroom, and the judges is just allowing this to go on. I honestly believe that someone both of them should be hold it responsible for this, because you guys, this is you guys' job. And if the judge can't see this or overlook it, I can understand a mistake, but just throughout the years, just continue to overlook fraud. It's just craziness to me. Like, come on, it's right there in your face. If you can't see that, then I don't know what else we can do to help you guys believe that it's something crazy going on with this case. Honestly, I just want everybody in the world just to keep their eyes open and just watch things that happen, that just like how things unfold, because it's crazy. It really is crazy. These judges, these lawyers, this fraud, this collusion, who knows what it's for, money or friendships or whatever they got going on. But I can honestly say that we should never go in the courtroom feeling like we're already the victims and we did nothing wrong.
Rymir actually had to take his case all the way to the Supreme Court. But at first, the case was rejected because the Supreme Court said it didn't have the jurisdiction to reopen matters from the appeals court or unseal records from the trial court. So, Rymir refiled the case in the appellate division of the New Jersey Superior Court. Even then, the process has been incredibly tough. Jay-Z's legal team argued that he shouldn't be forced to take a DNA test in New Jersey because he neither lived nor owned property in the state. And legally, Rymir had no way to make Jay-Z comply with a paternity test. But here's the twist. Rymir recently posted receipts that Beyoncé's mother, Tina Knowles, admitted in her book that Jay-Z did own property in New Jersey during the time in question. So that excuse might not hold up anymore. Now, with the judge officially allowing the case to move forward, there's real hope this battle might finally reach a conclusion. Thousands of people online are now backing Rymir in his fight for the truth. And this time, he's got some powerful allies, including 50 Cent and Nicki Minaj, helping him amplify his story. And let me tell you, Nicki is not holding back. She's coming for Jay-Z hard. After reposting an interview with Demery Hadley, the estranged daughter of Roc Nation CEO Desiree Perez, Nicki took things even further. In the interview, Demery, who is suing her own mother for forcing her into a mental institution, claimed that Roc Nation sabotaged Nicki Minaj and tried to silence her voice. She also said Roc Nation went after Nicki's husband, her child, and her entire family, and warned that what's happening should be a serious wake-up call for the American people.
She has been through some trauma, and some of with Roc Nation, with Desiree Perez, with other individuals. What I can say about that is I've witnessed and heard a lot of things. Again, it's hearsay, right? So it doesn't even matter. And that's why I'm not even going to go into detail with that. If I have the opportunity to speak with Nicki, would love to connect with her on that. But I've kind of seen, just like you firsthand, how they've they've abused of her platform, they abused her talents, they've abused of her freedom of speech, they've abused her family, they've attacked her husband, they've attacked her child. And it's sad. It's really sad. Somebody so resourceful, talented, high profile as Nicki Minaj being targeted. It should really scare the American people. It should really scare you guys too, right? Because I'm the daughter, so it's like at this point, if it's happening to me, I think she's really outspoken, and I'm grateful that she's being outspoken on it, because I think she's almost seeing it like, well, it happened to me, it's happening to her. Let me speak up on it. Nobody is safe right now. And she's fed up. I think she's fed up because she's been through a lot.
Nicki Minaj has been saying a lot in the past few days, and she's not holding back. She recently implied that her music career has been sabotaged by none other than Jay-Z and his associates. According to Nicki, that's the real reason she hasn't been releasing new music. She also said that someone powerful has been trying to ruin her relationship with her husband, Kenneth Petty, using lies and so-called friends in high places to turn him against her. Nicki even claimed that her social media accounts, and those of her fans, were being shadow banned in what she sees as a clear attempt to damage her brand. And to top it all off, she's now accusing Jay-Z of owing her money. Yep, and now she's jumped into Rymir's situation too, turning up the pressure and backing the call for Jay-Z to finally take that paternity test. And based on the latest court developments, that might actually happen. Rymir could be on the verge of finally getting the truth and some peace. But not everyone is cheering him on. Some people are questioning his motives. Is he after Jay-Z's money? Is he trying to become famous? Or does he just want the truth? Well, according to Rymir himself, this case isn't about Jay-Z becoming a father figure or magically fixing all the lost years. Rymir says this is about corrupt courts, fraudulent legal tactics, and the fact that his family has been financially hurt by what he calls illegal court orders. He says those same orders were used to put fake liens on their home, and the courts have failed him over and over again. Rymir has said, "I don't want money or anything like that from Jay-Z. I just want him to finally tell the truth to the world. If you say I'm not your son and nothing happened with my mom, then take the test. If you're telling the truth, why is your first answer always no?" Rymir is asking for clarity on a few things. That Jay-Z allegedly took his mom, Wanda, who was just 16 at the time, across state lines from Philadelphia to Brooklyn where they had sex. That Jay-Z's lawyers lied in court and later said they misspoke. That Jay-Z denied the claims in court, despite reportedly trying to settle the issue privately years ago. And most disturbingly, Rymir said someone tried to unalive him after he filed the civil suit. He says his car was shot at, he was being followed, and something was planted in his vehicle before he was pulled over. He even posted photos of the damage and suggested he's been intimidated for years. And let's not forget, these are the same kind of intimidation tactics Demery Hadley mentioned in her accusations against Roc Nation CEO Desiree Perez. So yeah, it's all giving pattern. Things are definitely heating up. And now that the judge has officially ordered Jay-Z to respond to the case by July 18th, all eyes are on him. So what do you think about how this is unfolding? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.